Hey guys, welcome to Sacred Garden 420, and today I want to talk about why I pH my water. When I first started growing, there was so much shit I had to learn and implement in my organic grow that it was overwhelming, and one of the easiest tasks seemed difficult and tedious. That was balancing the pH of my water and maintaining a healthy soil pH. I didn't understand why it was so important, and I didn't appreciate how important soil health was. I didn't know what the rhizosphere was, or that it was just as important as the environment the plant was grown in. I found that a proper soil pH was vital for creating the ideal conditions for my microbes to thrive in. So why are microbes in the soil so important to root health, and why is root health so important to plants? Okay guys, so as you can imagine, root health is really important for your plant. The rhizosphere, which is the environment that the roots are grown in, is really important. It's just as important as keeping the environment key and on point with your grow. Things like overwatering or not watering enough, letting the medium dry out, those things can affect the rhizosphere. Rhizosphere is so important to the health of the plant. So why are microorganisms so important to the health of the plant? Well, plants and microorganisms are involved in a symbiotic relationship. The roots of plants release chemicals and slaw off cells, providing food such as sugars, starches, amino acids, and microorganisms. In turn, microorganisms decompose organic matter, which allows plants to more easily take up nutrients. So a pH range of 5.5 to 6.5 is optimal for plant growth, as the availability of nutrients is optimal. This is also so for most soil microbes, in part because of this range. Plants grow well and produce more root exudates as a carbon source available for survival and multiplication of microbes. The key to pH is that it is going to influence key nutrients available to plants like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and other nutrients like calcium and boron. When pH is at the right range, it makes it easier for plants to uptake the nutrients that they need. The soil pH can also influence plant growth by its effects on the activity of beneficial microorganisms. Bacteria that decompose soil organic matter are hindered in strong acid soils. The pH balance of water affects the acid and alkaline content of the soil. So if your water is too acidic, calcium, magnesium, and potassium levels are reduced. Calcium is required for cell growth, magnesium for chlorophyll formation, and potassium for synthesizing proteins. Every plant has its preferred range of soil acidity, so when your pH level is out of that range, you can have a host of problems. A basic understanding of pH will not only help you keep your garden healthy, but it will also assist you when things go bad. So here's what you need to know to make smart decisions about managing your soil's pH. At a higher pH, soil builds up toxic levels of certain nutrients. For example, molybdenum soil levels increase in a high pH environment. Introducing a plant food that results in a higher pH level can be toxic to plants. When soil pH is too low, acidic, or too high, basic, plants will have difficulty absorbing nutrients through their roots. The resulting nutrient deficiencies may cause problems, including yellowing leaves, stunted growth, or a lack of flowers and fruit on plants. Normal clean rain has a value pH of 5.0 to 5.5, which is slightly acidic. However, when rain combines with sulfur dioxide or nitrogen oxides, the rain becomes much more acidic. Typical acid rain has a pH value of 4.0 to 5.0. Not necessarily the best thing to water with. So I'm not going to be watering my plants with rainwater, or if I do use rainwater, I'm definitely going to pH it. But you can use regular tap water. All you have to do is make sure you leave it out for 24 hours and let the chlorine evaporate. After that, you should be good to go and water your plants. So I hope this was helpful. If you need instruction on actually changing the pH of your water, I have an earlier video that I demonstrate it. So go check that out if you want, and like and subscribe.